can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
She right, got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay, but wait.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down, Denver.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Locke throwing on target to Fant. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing on first down is Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7. Steelers 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
45, Mike, 45. Hey, 50.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
Roethlisberger's
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
McFarland, the ball.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Check! 230. Check. 42's the line. Big stop, you. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 68 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 22. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
5 yards remain on second down.
41-yard line.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey.
Philip Lindsey.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Locke working out of the gun. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Locke. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
From the 16, Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And Thomas has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Locke to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Locke now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, it's Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
To Noah Fant.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Shit, watch the shit. Wide, get wide.
First carry for James Conner. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Mike 22 is coming, 22's coming, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, McFarland. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And just a yard to go here on second down. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
45, 16. You don't know no better. Watch the
On second down, McFarland. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Light 42, light 42. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 77. Light 42. Go. 42 the mark.
Now Roethlisberger. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. Gets it to Gordon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of
third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From midfield, here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
39 yards.
There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got it. 50. Mike 22, Mike 22. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's third down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun. Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Is good.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
25-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
The kickoff for Denver.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 5.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Max 22, Max 22. I got one. Check.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
At the 35-yard line.
On the give, this is McFarland. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11. McFarland once more. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
On the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Check, Mike 42.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
45, 45, 45, 45. Let's go, let's go.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Under 10. 10. Check. Easy.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Right. Here we go. Like 80. Let's go, defense. It's our time.
Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That's a 36-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! We'll hold this. Whip, 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 whip.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Let's put him on the buses.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, Mike's 42,
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
At the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collected. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
25 yards.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Broncos on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jarrell Casey drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Thomas. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Oh, Connor loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. block off of play action. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 5, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has